Hi MakerLab people! So this week I thought I would do a quick tutorial on how to do photo transfers. Photo transfers are something that I've done quite a bit in the past, and I've done them on wood, I've done them on canvas, I've even done them on slate or stone. This week I've chosen to work on these 1/4 inch plywood, so it has a bit of a rough texture, it has some nice wood grain. But what you will need: wood or canvas, a sponge, a brush, a container that you can put water in, some gloss gel medium or some Mod Podge. So I used for this particular tutorial the gloss gel medium. And you will also need to find an image that you want to transfer onto your pictures. I chose a picture of me and my dog, Chaucer, and I printed it out. And you do want to have some kind of inkjet printer so that you can print out your image. So I look forward to seeing everyone's photo transfers, and I hope you enjoy today's tutorial. So I've already pre-measured my wood, and I know that's at a 5 by 5 in inches. So I've created it as a 5 by 5 inches, so I know that it's going to fit directly onto here. So one of the things you're going to need to do first is you're going to cut out your photo. So now I have my photo. So as I said before, I'm using gloss gel medium. You can also use Mod Podge, and you're going to take it, you get your paintbrush. You want a paintbrush that you don't really care about because you're getting glue on it. So choose the side of the wood that you like. I mean, you can also do this on canvas. I'm doing it on wood today. Choose the side that you like. Get your brush in that glue and paint it on. You're going to take your image, but basically you're going to be doing the same thing that you did to your wood, to your picture. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my paper onto my wood very carefully and smooth it down. And here's where you're going to want your ruler. You're going to take your edge of your ruler, and you don't want to be super hard with this, because if you press too hard, you are actually going to rip your paper. But what you want to do is put it on a bit of an angle and gently push down so you're squeezing out some of the glue. And I like to finish it off by rubbing it down and making sure there's no weird bump. Alright, just cleaning up the edges. And then I wait. Now, sometimes this is ready in about 2 hours. I usually leave it overnight. What I know when it's ready, when I can start to see the image coming through on the other side. Right now it's not. So, as I said, you can normally wait overnight is what I do, but sometimes it's about 2 to 3 hours. So, see you tomorrow when we take off this paper and you'll have your photo transfer. Alright, bye-bye. So, hi everyone. I'm back for day 2. So what we're going to do is you need to get a sponge and you need some water. Doesn't have to be hot, cold, whatever temperature you really want to use. And you're going to get that water, and you're going to take it and kind of soak your piece. You can see the image coming through. By soaking it, you actually get it off a little bit easier the first time around. So you're going to let that little soak for about a minute or so. You don't want to wait too long. And then once that soak through. You're going to get your sponge. Now you want your sponge wet. You don't want it sopping. You don't want to use too rough of a side. You want to have like a nicer kind of spongy side. And very slowly, you're going to start in circular motions, rubbing your paper off. You can see, so I've rubbed off most of the paper, and there's my image. Now this isn't going to be the first time I'm going to do this. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and rub it again. You might need to do it about 2 times, maybe 3 times. Usually with gloss gel medium, you probably only will have to do about once, maybe twice. With Mod Podge, I've had to go back about 3 or 4 times. So as you can see, it's starting to dry, and some of the image is being faded away. That means you haven't got all the paper off yet. After it's dried a bit, you can go back, wet your sponge again, and in circular motions, as you can see, try to get some of that paper off. There will be a point where you do not want to try to get that paper off, because then you'll actually be getting the image off and not the paper. We'll check back in a few minutes to see what it looks like. Even though it looks like there's still some paper on there, I probably wouldn't go and try to take this stuff off again. The reason being is that generally with this type of paper, what's going to happen is that you will start getting, like, you see how my edges are going out right here? If I go any further with this, that's what's going to happen. So that's what makes this a very imperfect art form. You never know what you're going to get. Another thing you can do, if you don't like those weird things and you want to try to get them off, I wouldn't use your sponge for that. I go in and wet it down again, and then I come in with your finger and rub it. Where this stands, I think I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to let it dry, and then we're going to seal it. What you're going to do is get your handy dandy Mod Podge or gloss gel medium. You have that, and you want a thin layer, so you don't want a thick layer. But if you want to add some extra things, like say if you want to put like a pop bubble, or maybe you have some fun pieces from a magazine or color that you want to add, you can do that, and you glue it down prior to putting the sealant on. We actually just put out a short little PDF on collages on our website at tworiversgallery.ca. It's a great comprehensive little guide to collaging. I'd say 2 minutes to dry, and once it's dry, you'll actually see a nice clear image of the transfer. So that's how you do photo transfers, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing everyone's photo transfers. All right, bye for now.